What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Amanda Seales Show. It's Amanda Seales here, and I am joined by our resident Black historian, Blistorian of sorts. We have Kimberly Renee here to give us, again, another, why are you bringing up all-ish? Please school us, teach us, inject the knowledge into us.
Yes. So, today I took it upon myself to do something special for Amanda.
Oh my
Because
gosh!
I know
Someone did
because
something
I know
special for an unlikable person like me.
Listen, I know you've had a week. Okay, so this one is for you.
Okay.
And so I
Thank
know
you.
you know this person, but there's a reason why
Okay.
we're talking about her. Okay, so we're talking about Shirley Chisholm. We're not talking about the film. We know there's a
Unbought
film.
and unbossed.
Yes, we're talking about Shirley. And the reason we're talking about Shirley is because I was in a hotel the other day and I was like, yeah, there's a film coming out about Shirley. They're like, Shirley who? I said, Shirley Chisholm. She said, who's that? I said, oh, okay. So I feel like we have to step back a little bit and we need to talk about some people, some
refresher.
staples, okay? So Shirley Chisholm, the woman who dared to speak truth to power in support of gender equality, the working class, and she was not widely embraced. I didn't live during that time when she was,
Right.
In Congress, so I didn't know what she experienced. But she was not widely embraced even within her own community. She experienced violent acts against her, betrayal, racism, and sexism. But before we get into that part, I want to make sure we're all on the same page about her accomplishments.
Yes.
Okay, we all know that she was the first Black woman to serve in Congress, the first Black woman to run for president on a major party ticket in 1972. While she was in Congress, she architected WIC. We all know WIC. We see it in the grocery store when we pass and getting the diapers and the food, the federal program that offers healthy food and nutrition. And according to the USDA, the program served more than 6 million participants monthly in 2022. So Shirley also fought to have more women enter public service. She also fought for publicly funded daycare, which I feel like we need more of that.
Yes.
Parental leave, voting rights for all, women's reproductive freedom, Black civil rights, and the Equal Rights Amendment. She also fought she championed for the rights of Haitian refugees, which is a hot button topic right now. She protested against the racist double standards that are within the U.S. immigration policies, and she addressed the persecutory treatment that non-white immigrants are experiencing. And so it's interesting to me because I feel like we're kind of in a circle, we're in a cycle, because this was 50 years ago. And I feel like we're still having these same conversations. Now. Right. So at the beginning, when I started, I talked about that Shirley didn't take no mess. We know her campaign, as you said, was unbought and unbossed. And so she was not the type of person who could be controlled. So when she spoke up for what was right, her colleagues weren't necessarily comfortable with that because they were comfortable being bought, if you will. When she ran for president, the Democrats didn't take her seriously. They considered what she was doing an inconvenience. They felt like, as they say these days, that she was in her masculine energy and that she should kind of stay in her place. Some historians actually documented that the Congressional Black Caucus, some Black male members were like, we want the first Black nominee to be a Black man. And so low key, they weren't trying to help her. And I'm not saying that's all of them, but many of them were not trying to support her. So some members of her community, they just were not willing to allow her into the spaces where she poured into. And I felt like you could relate to that. And again, that's not all of them, but some of them. In fact, she was not invited to the presidential debates. She had to file a lawsuit to be able to participate in the televised presidential debates. And we know she didn't win, but she changed the way that people viewed politicians, public servants. Public servants. She broke the glass ceiling, even in the face of 3 separate assassination attempts. So one last thing I want to share. 3.
And she didn't quit because of the assassin. She never quit. Like she kept going. She just stopped when she didn't get the nomination.
Correct. 3 separate assassination attempts. Now, this part is for you, Amanda. Shirley was born in Brooklyn, daughter of immigrant parents.
From?
One of her parents, Barbados.
That's right. Bijan.
Yes, which is not that far from Grenada. Not that far.
No, it's not. Right next door.
So I want you to take a wild guess as to what Shirley Chisholm's mother's maiden name was.
Annette? Amanda? No.
Her mother's maiden name. So last name. Her mother's
last name. Not Seales.
Seal, no S, but seal.
You lie.
No.
Well, let me tell you something, because, you know, I have relatives in Barbados, you know, like there's a seal line, but St. Vincent, Trinidad, Grenada, Barbados is all connected. I wonder if there's a possibility the S just drop off across the ocean on the way to Barbados.
Yes.
Fascinating. Is it SEALE?
Yes, it is.
You a lie. Well,
No,
you know, I told you,
it was Ruby
we're
Seal.
gonna have to genealogy my other side. So, wow, I never knew that. Y'all give it up for bringing up all-ish. Wow, you're good at this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, is there anything in closing, or I mean, was that?
No,
was the
that's it.
humdinger,
I just wanted you to have that moment
of I had a moment. I had a moment. And I just want you to know, like, I really love that you did a refresher, because you're right. Not enough people know about Shirley Chisholm. And this is a part of that era of history, the 70s and 80s, where it's like too recent for people to feel like it's history, but it is far enough away for us to understand it is history, because it is greatly affecting where we are today. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for bringing up recent ish. And we'll be right back, y'all. That's Kimberly Renee on the Amanda Seales Show. We are